Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and what if Thor was raised by frost giants? Yo, I still really like Brian Edward Hill's Thor story, his What If X-Men story. It was fantastic, but I stand by what I said. It was not it was obviously an X-Men story. It was not a what if story. That is not how what if stories are told. It was still fantastic, but it was not in the spirit of what if stories. Now, there have been a couple of good ones in the past, a couple decent ones, recently. But this one right here, this is one of those what if stories that could have been told back in the 80s, and you'd never have guessed the difference. That's how good this was. This was an amazing book. Now let's tell you about who the people were who made this amazing book so I can tell you more about this story. Writer Ethan Sachs, artist Michelle Bandini, colors Matt Mila, letters VC's Joe Sabino, cover art Marco Cecchetto? Sorry, please forgive me for destroying that name. And variant cover artist John Tyler Christopher, graphic designer Carlos Lau. Thor, of course, created by Stan Lee, Larry Lieber, and Jack frickin' Kirby. So, look, man. One little thing changed. And that's what usually one of these what if stories is. Just one little difference. What's the difference here? A simple dodge. A dodge of a spear, Odin takes, it looks like a trident, but I'm imagining it's still Gungnir. Actually, Gungnir probably wasn't made at the time, but you know what, who cares? The idea is he's got his weapon, and Laufey, he winds up dodging. He moves his head just in time, and then he gets a really fateful blow on Odin. That's all it takes. And all of a sudden, it's not Laufey's corpse where we see we see Odin go up and basically kidnap his son, take his son in and say, I'm going to raise him as my own. No, instead it's the exact opposite. Freya is taken, and this is actually important because this is where Loki winds up learning his magic from at this point. Thor is a prisoner, and he eventually becomes a lot more than that. He inherits a hammer, but it is not Mjolnir. He inherits a title as king, but is not the king of Asgard. This was such an absolutely amazing comic book, and dude, that ending, holy crap for that ending. Damn, that was a good ending. There could be a part 2 to this. It actually ended. The end? ? Yeah. Holy crap on that ending. Ooh. I almost feel like don't make part 2 to this book. But, that's the thing. We've seen stuff like that before in the original What If comics. So whether there's a part 2 to this or not doesn't actually matter. This is the perfect what if story. It's amazing in every way from beginning to end, all throughout. It's amazing. Great art, amazing concept. This is a fantastic comic book, and I swear to God, if I were to take this and throw this in a pile of what if comic books from the 70s through the 90s, and just, here they all are, sitting on a bed or something like that, and I just took this and went, bloop, and threw it right in there. If you read through all those comic books, you would say, yeah, see, what ifs were done better in the past. You'd never realize this one just came out this week. That's how damn good this one is. It is, sometimes I like to have props for my comics, it is a worthy successor. That's right, to the original What If comic books. Holy crap, guys, this one right here, hot damn, this is how you write a What If comic book. This, I advise myself as I advise everybody else out there who's a future writer for Marvel or any comic book, and somebody says, hey, you want to do a what if comic book? This is the modern day blueprint for how it's done. Hot damn, this is an awesome comic book. This got me smiling. I'm cheesing ear to ear. My mouth doesn't actually work that way, but you get the gist, all right? My beard, it protects my mouth from physical assaults. The idea though, man, dude, the perfect what if comic book. Even if it weren't a what if comic book, it's still a really amazing comic. I love this story. it's for us Giants, but I'm still hot for this, man. This was awesome. Freaking congratulations to everybody who was involved in this. Yo. This was good. All right, guys. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.